Should be good. Desktop audio cam device on. All right, we are live. Make sure I could hear everything. Make
I
sure they
still
can
can't
hear
see you.
us.
There you go.
There's gonna be a delay, so
Okay. There you go. See if you got that beard trim today.
should nah.
Come on. Yeah, I had to give myself a little quickie.
Oh, you. Right.
Yeah, man.
We are live. Make sure I could hear everything. Guys in the
I still
chat
can't
and
hear you.
everybody watching, I'm just trying to make sure that
There's
y'all
gonna be
can
a
hear
delay,
him. Tell
so
me, hit me
okay.
with a 1 in the chat to verify you can hear both of us.
See if you got that beard trim today.
Oh, okay. I think
So
I got it. We're good. We're
we good
good.
to go?
All right, we're good to go.
We're good to go. All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, this is the first of its kind on this channel, at least. That's
Most
what
definitely.
I'll call it. But I'm here with Nelo Blendz. It seems like the community has wanted us to hook up for a while, and we finally are doing it for you guys. But we've been talking in the background for I don't know, a couple months now, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a
So I'm glad that we got the chance to actually communicate and hang out. But before we do, let's get to this shirt you're wearing, man. What you got on?
So this is Nemesis X. Is actually one of my clients from a while ago. He actually moved out to California. He was an athlete, and somehow he got tied up with wear breed, and he started his own brand. And what I like about this shirt is not necessarily just a brand. It's more of a concept or a question, and that question is, who is your nemesis? Who is your number one enemy?
I
And
got you.
sometimes that person could be yourself. So are you willing to make those type of sacrifices in order to better yourself? So I was feeling the whole vibe. That's why when you dropped that line, I was one of the first ones to get it.
That's cool, man. So y'all see his shirt, put some respect on it, and we'll go from there. So really, this whole live stream, this whole little setup is mainly gonna be for you guys. Like, you guys have a lot of questions. I know you guys ask him a lot of questions, and I get a lot of questions about certain things. So this is really just for you guys to ask us questions, get some tips, some tricks, whatever it is. Just get to know us a little bit more, see how this goes, and maybe we can make this like a regular thing. So
Yeah.
you guys start writing in the chat, and we'll scroll through them and pick them. But right now we're just gonna have a conversation between the two, because honestly, this is the first time we're actually talking to each other.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked to each other through DMs here and there, but this is like
Yeah.
a first actual conversation. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm glad that we kind of connected, because I think we have a lot in common, and our channels are definitely different from the majority of the barber channels on YouTube. So I don't know if you want to just do a quick introduction, let people know. Again, people who aren't very familiar with your channel just yet, but should be. Tell them a little bit about yourself, man.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is called Kemei King / Nelo Blendz. Nelo Blendz is really my Instagram name and the name that I rather go by. But because of what Kemei King, what that name did for me is like you said, man, you both have a really unique kind of channel. We was doing reviews and on budget clippers, and I think actually your channel was out a little bit before mine, and I came across your page a couple of times, and we was messing with similar clippers, and I think that you know I just thought I always had a desire to like just tinker with things. I don't know what kind of strange hobby where that strange hobby came from, but eventually it got to the point where I was cracking codes on how to really like upgrade these clippers and trimmers that was most people would just throw away in a trash can, and really make them perform at an elite level. And it just kind of took off from there. And um, once you know it, I was getting demands to do people clippers. Like, that's my inbox would be full of it, full of, hey man, you think you could do this, you think you could do that. And that's kind of how the ECM Elite Clipper Mods company got started.
Yeah, I guess it's very similar. It's kind of similar to mine. As far as just like, for me, I've had other YouTube channels. That's why
Yeah,
it seems like I'm a little bit more polished in this. Um, so I've had a couple different channels. And I honestly, I loved those channels, but like over time you lose some of that passion stuff, and obviously cutting hair and even
yeah,
modding, like
yeah,
that's one of the things that I like about your channel is because that's how I started cutting hair. I mean, modding Walmart clippers, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, and just learning how the machine
yeah,
works.
yeah,
The newer barber in this generation, that's what they're missing, is that technical skills to understand your tools so that
yeah,
you better understand how and it affects the way you cut, and like this tool might be good for
yeah,
this but not as much for that.
yes,
And I notice a lot of people who are starting out just don't have that because just by the questions they ask, a lot of people kind of want one clipper to do it all. And the longer you're in this game, the more you realize that clipper doesn't exist and may
no,
never exist. So you have to learn your tools in order to actually understand the techniques that you can use with this blade, and how close this machine gets. Or
yes.
sometimes, like, I have a machine that I prefer a certain guard just on that machine over all my other
No,
ones, and then
me
you
too.
just jump back and forth. Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. No, most definitely no. I mean that's how that goes though. I had a barber call me one time, and he was kind of not too far from the area I'm from, and he was like, "Hey man, I heard you mess with clippers." You know, I was wondering, how do you put this blade on that clipper? So, whenever I asked him what clipper he was talking about, I'm just like, you just unscrew the blade and you just put the blade on. I mean, he didn't even realize that his
That
clippers
was
was
that
already
simple.
designed to fit that blade. So that kind of just let me know, like, okay, if he don't get it, how many other people in the world
Yeah.
don't get it? Not that I'm talking about him though, but like I said, I was able to actually create a business out of this, and I just never would have thought that it would come to this. So
Yeah, I mean, that and guys, don't take that as disrespect
oh,
or anything like that.
that's
Remember,
oh,
where we're
oh,
coming from is sometimes we forget that the simple questions are things that a lot of people have. Hell, we
yeah,
had them. We just forget about that. Like sometimes
yeah,
it's the simplest thing that makes
yeah,
a big difference in
yeah,
somebody's career.
yeah, big time, man.
Yeah. So with that being said, like I think that we both have a unique opportunity here because I think a lot of people are starting to realize that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get top-notch performance. And
So
I was so surprised about that and that's one of the things that got me to like really start the channel, is to really, when I started realizing like this little $25 clipper just needs a new blade, and it it's amazing.
yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. But I will say, I won't endorse every budget clipper.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I just
Yeah.
want to get that. But
Yeah.
it does go both ways. The knife cuts both ways because I mean, there's name brand clippers that I won't endorse as well. So it's like the yin and the yang. You have good and bad with both. So
Yeah, of course, definitely, definitely. And that's one of the things people ask me, like, am I gonna ever review like real clippers? And of course, I'm gonna review them, but you gotta
yeah,
understand what is driving traffic to the channel is what I'm going
yeah,
to, kind of focus my attention on. Eventually, what's gonna happen is the channel is gonna get to a point where the bigger companies are gonna look and say, well, damn, we want to see his opinion about our clippers,
yeah,
guys. Yes, I use most of these off-brand clippers, but I still have. I mean,
yeah,
that's just this past year. It's like the
yeah,
last year and a half is that where I started focusing and actually using them full time. Before
yeah,
that, I grew up Andy Master.
yeah.
I grew up
Same.
Oster
Yeah,
Fast Feeds, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Wall Seniors, like those were
same.
my clippers. So
Yeah.
learning from those, obviously they still have a place in my heart and I still
Oh
use
yeah.
them. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's things that this industry has definitely elevated with, companies like Babyliss really innovating and forcing Andes and Wahl to really innovate themselves and not just stay where they've been for the, like, guys, y'all don't realize we had the same exact clipper for decades. There was no change besides
No.
maybe once in a blue moon you get a
Yeah.
different off color. That was it. It was nothing different. They never changed the motors. They never updated nothing. These
No.
last 5 years has been nuts.
Yeah. And I will say that like this past year, it's probably the most I ever saw Clippers drop. I mean, every month or every other week maybe there's a new brand that's popping up, and it's because people starting to realize that, us as barbers, like, we don't mind spending money just to give it a shot. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So no matter if it's a name brand clipper or vice versa, a budget clipper, we kind of like, pull the trigger real quick on, whatever's being marketed at that time, you know. And like I said, some of them, some of them are really worth your money though.
Oh, without a doubt. Like,
Yeah.
there's no question. Like, I've had, when you're in a shop, you have the privilege to cut with every clipper because you're not just able to use your own clipper. Some
Yeah.
guys want you to, hey, yo, I would try this clipper I just bought. Try it out. Tell me what you think. And then you use it and you're like, damn, this clipper's pretty
Yeah.
badass. I've had
Yeah.
my hands on the new JRLs, the Andy Masters. I have my hands on every single clipper. And I have an opinion on all those clippers. I just, honestly, my schedule has been so crazy this last like couple of months. That's why it went from like making a couple videos a week to like definitely not making videos every week. Then it was like, life happens and things, get in the way. But hopefully I'm at the point now where I'm settling down and I'm really like able to focus again on the channel because, I love making videos. I love creating something out of nothing and seeing that it's helping a lot of people. Just able to succeed in the industry that I've had for, it seems like since I was a kid, So I
Most definitely.
really do appreciate the channel. I really appreciate the patience a lot of my subscribers have shown me, constantly giving me encouragement, telling me like, hey, we want to see more videos from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's awesome, and I hear that, and that's why it keeps me going. And like, even though there's times when it'll be a week, 2 weeks that goes by, I don't drop nothing. There's still things I'm working on. You know what I mean? So don't think I'm not just doing nothing.
No, no, from watching your channel, one thing I will say is that, you know, I know that you put a lot of work into it, and I wish that I possessed that skill set because, like I said, I mean, I'm watching your videos and I'm saying, okay, like, how did he do that? Or how did he do that? So you definitely have a unique gift. I feel like your channel is very underrated, and eventually, I do feel like your channel will get there, because people even ask me, hey, man, Premier Cuts? But yeah, that's my guy, Carlos, yeah. But big ups to your channel, man. I love and I enjoy watching it just as much as you enjoy watching mine.
Yeah, definitely, and I appreciate that as well. Yeah, man, it's like when things are gonna be, they're gonna be. You don't have to force them. You know what I'm saying? The like, I don't, believe it or not, I don't watch a lot of barber YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? Yours is like one of the ones I watch. There's others, and one day I'll go through a list of like some of the guys I watch, but I
Yeah.
just don't. Like, I'm
Oh, so
focused on a lot of my.
you like nerd stuff, huh?
Yeah, I'm a real tech guy, and like, so, and then if I'm into a certain hobby at the time, I just go head deep in that, and I just watch. So I'm watching YouTube's, but I'm not always watching like barber stuff. So sometimes like it's good to hear somebody say, "Hey, did you see this?" Because it's like,
Yeah.
nah, I didn't even know that was a thing, or
Yeah.
that somebody was even saying anything. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Me
that's how
too.
I still engage. Like, but no, I always come back and I always check to see what's going on, what you have done, and what I'm saying, I know you just dropped something recently. I think it was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Which helped me because, believe it or not, he sent me one of these mod kits, and I've sucked at it. I haven't really like put in the time. I was trying to work with it today, but it's just, I don't think none of the clippers I have fit that mod system. So I actually ordered the Kemei version of the ones that you're talking about, the Rempro or something like
Yeah.
Repro, yeah. So
Yeah.
I ordered that version because I definitely want to put the GTX blade on that.
Yes, man. I'm hoping you're not one of them ones that gonna put the bracket on backwards, you know,
No,
because
no,
I'm
no.
not.
I looked at it, I was like, no, okay, I had the black I had it on right. I had it right. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna have to talk about you,
you know what it
man.
was? Is that the campflower just doesn't is not it doesn't have the reach.
So, so I will say you got one of my earlier models.
Yeah, and
Well, uh,
that's exactly what I think it was.
and I've been meaning to get that to you, man. It's
It's
just
all
I've been
good.
been a busy man, bro.
Believe me, I understand. I wasn't
But
making videos anyways.
man, I feel like the busiest man in America right now. You know, I need some sleep to be honest with you, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, but
So
like, nah, like I can't wait. Let's just say this: what you created is 100% a game changer,
yeah,
and I got a lot of guys at the barbershop that are like, they're desperate for me
yeah,
to get it so that I can put it on because they're like that. Okay, so that little, and this is something for you guys because I found the box. I've been getting a lot of attention for this guy right here. I know you can't see what I'm holding up, but that little trimmer that looks like the peanut, like a
yeah.
wireless peanut, yo, them things are hitters, bro.
Come
Those
on.
things are hitters. And that's so I get a lot of love. And so a couple guys are like, yo, tell your boy to make it a mod for that because I love that little machine. Just holding it in the hand, the power it has. He's like,
Man,
even though it has a good blade,
yeah,
we still want a
yeah.
mod for that little machine, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's my DM is full of pictures of random trimmers. Hey man,
Yeah.
you think you can make a mod for this? I'm like, look, man, I do have a limit. You know, I do have a limit. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
do all things to a clipper. You know, I mean, I'm gonna need Campo for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well, no, I trust me. I understand. I understand. I
yeah,
get some of those same things. Can you review this one? So I'm like,
yeah.
bro, I don't have the money like just to be like
Oh, oh.
buying this clip or that. I
Are you
get
are
it.
you sponsored? Are you sponsored?
Oh no,
You're
no,
not sponsored. I'm
no.
surprised. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you're not sponsored. You know?
I don't even know if I would take a sponsorship. Be honest, because
Yep.
if you take a sponsorship, you're kind of
Locked in.
limited to that
Yes.
company. So
Yes.
I would be more open to an open relationship where like
Me
they
too.
give me the freedom to still do whatever the hell I want, but no, I wouldn't take something that locks me into just a specific clipper company.
See, that's actually what I like about Gamma, because Gamma, you know, they whole concept, they with the mods, you know,
Yeah.
because I mean, you know, they're a new company trying to get their brand off, and they're what I like about Gamma is that, you know, you saw the innovation, you know, when they first came out, and then you see another trimmer, and then another trimmer, you know, so they trying to advance what they have going on. I think that's Austin, I want to say, and
Yeah.
they trying to advance, and they don't mind trying new stuff. And me as a modder, it's like, you know, I know how it feels to come into like, you know, a brick road, a brick wall, and you know have to try to figure out a different avenue. And I kind of feel like with them, you know, that they're actually listening to, you know, their customers and they're willing to make that change. So, you know, if it's one person that I definitely want to work with, it's definitely Gamma, a
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
So
That'll be
yeah.
the crazy thing is I have a friend who's on their I guess I want to say they're like their team. So I reached out and said, "Hey man, if
Yeah,
they ever want to work together, let me know." So, you
go with
know,
it.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Most
We'll
definitely.
see. I mean, right now I'm enjoying, you know, some of these clippers that I have here
Yeah,
and stuff. I still got to do that video of like my top 3 or 4 whatever.
it's cool, man.
Um
I
yeah, I still
understand.
got to do that. Like there's video ideas, there's video opportunities that I need to do. It's just finding the time, but they're going to get done. They're definitely going to get done, that's for sure.
Yeah. So how was Florida, man? How was Florida?
You got to move down here and find out, man. It's a lot of up and down damn weather.
Hey,
But
my,
it's
my
no, it's
wife
good. I love it.
is listening, by the way. So
Oh well, hey, y'all need to
put
come
pressure.
down. Y'all need to come down. Listen, it's it's almost perfect year round.
You,
Let's
you
just
throwing
say
your
that.
pitch? You throwing your pitch, huh?
Yeah, she need to come. She need to. Y'all need to get away, get
What
some tropical.
what part of Florida is that?
So I'm in. So you got Orlando, then you
Okay,
come all the way down, and then you got West Palm Beach. You got Broward County and Miami. So
okay,
I'm in West Palm Beach.
All right, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm making my way out there. That's a must. That's something we had already talked about. So,
Yeah, definitely.
I'll definitely make my way. Maybe this summer. Maybe this summer. So,
Hopefully, a
yeah,
lot of things have changed by then,
yeah,
because this crap is
thanks.
just
Yeah,
that. It's crap.
thanks. Yeah,
But let's try to get to some of these questions because I see we got
yeah.
a
Go ahead, go
few.
for it.
Um,
Just got to order.
there you go. See that, y'all? If y'all don't know, y'all need to go place that order.
Yeah, EliteClipperMiles.com. Yeah, you won't be
So
this.
there's a question for you.
All
It
right.
says, I've noticed, Nelson, that you modified a lot of trimmers with the GTX blade. Do they hit different depending on the trimmer you put on them? Great content, guys, as always. We appreciate that.
All right. So that's a very good question. I would say between certain kits is not trimmers, it's not that much of a difference, but I do have my favorites. Right now, well, you know what? I won't even say it because, like I said, I'm not even getting endorsed. But one trimmer in particular, I have not cut with him, and my kit is on him. I know where, right? But a guy actually ordered the kit for the absolute hitters, the gammas.
Okay.
Well, that's the kit I was selling. Well, he had the Evos, and he didn't know that I didn't make it for the Evos, but he put it on anyway and ended up working it. And he sent me a video of them, and he swear about it. He said these are like the best trimmers that he have. So I mean, I say that about my trimmers, my Renfros,
Yeah.
um, as well as one other. Like I said, I'm not getting endorsed, so I'm not even going to say it. But it's not that much of a difference. So whatever trimmer you have available, I think you should just go ahead and go with that kit. So
Yeah. I definitely agree. I mean, I try to tell people all the time, there's not one specific thing that is gonna last forever when it
yeah,
comes to these clippers. Like, especially with the innovation, we talked about that already. But the simple fact is that just like I went from my main like recommendation being the Kemei 1986
yeah,
regular original models, not the Pro. The Pros are garbage.
yeah,
And they're garbage in a not. They're good if you're gonna just use them at home, as long as you change that blade out. But as far as like shop use, I think there's 15 other clippers I would choose before that. So
yeah,
my main recommendation has always been, hey, get the Kemei 1986.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's the same thing with my channel. The feedback that I get is always on the 86.
Yeah.
It's always on the 86, and I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My and I try to tell people this. The reason why that's always been the clipper that I chose to put people in that direction is because, one, the build quality,
yeah,
the battery life, and it has a
yes,
blade it comes with that actually performs extremely
yes.
well. So
So,
you're not having to spend extra money on replacing the blade. So that
yeah.
adds into the cost, and because of that, because the blade is actually good, at least for me.
See, I mean,
Um,
that's something I actually learned from you because whenever I was getting the trimmers, like I wasn't even giving none of the blades a chance. I was going straight to modding. But whenever I saw that you was cutting with some of them stock, I said, okay, let me go back and give some of these clippers a fair shot. In their original form. So, I definitely learned that tip from you that sometimes you could just leave it as is.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it performs like shockingly well,
Yeah,
and the reason why I chose to do that was because there's gonna be people who legit don't even know how to change the blade. So I always
yeah,
try to tell people, like, I'm gonna use these for a week, the way
yeah,
they come. I'm gonna zero gap them. I'm gonna keep the original blade, and I'm gonna cut with them. That way, I know to tell you guys. After a week, I threw these damn blades out. I can't. And the only clipper I've not been able to do that with was the 86. They were just like right off
yeah,
rip, zero gapped
yeah,
them, and that was it. Every other
yeah.
clipper has performed extremely well once I changed the blade.
Got it.
So I look at it as like there's a mom out there who's trying to cut her kid's hair,
Yeah,
and how is she gonna change a blade? She
yeah,
probably not. Even if you show her a step by step, she just probably not gonna understand. Like, she just wants to grab a clipper and go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So in my opinion, it's like I'm gonna give every clipper a chance to
yeah,
perform the way they come, So that way I can say, hey, this actually works pretty good. And most of them work solid, but like I'm looking at it like, okay, how are they gonna? That's why I break it down into two categories: how are they gonna perform at home, and how are they gonna perform in the shop if you're a professional barber. And my thing is, I'm always leaning towards like professionals, but I know that there's a whole market out there that they're not gonna work in the barbershop. They're gonna cut out of their house. They're gonna cut in the garage and stuff like that. And so I always want to make sure that group gets to understand this is why I don't really prefer this blade. Because yes, you can see I just did a full haircut with it, and you're probably going, well, what's wrong with it? Because it looks good. Part of that, not part of it, a lot of that has to do with the technical skills I've developed. So I know how to use a tool even if it's not good. You know what I mean? And so I try to tell the people that it's like, yeah, don't look at it for what you see. Understand what I'm saying, because it took a while for me to get to that point. Yeah.
I mean, look at the plus size though. I mean, you're right. There is a market for it. Because like I said, those clippers serve their purpose for a specific market. But even us, like I said, we're using budget clippers, not all the time, but but to me it's like training camp, because I know that the last 2 years I've been using nothing but strictly budget clippers. So when I do go back to the name brand clippers, it's only going to be that much better. I'll be able to appreciate it from a different level. But don't get me wrong, some of these budget clippers are going to make my arsenal as well though.
They're in my system. I'm 100%. Like, and to go full circle, where I was going with it was, my favorite clipper to recommend. English sometimes is hard. But is the 1986, the Kemei 1986, or the Suker, whatever, K9S. It's the same clipper, different face, but it's the same machine. Now, I don't know if it's the same blade or not, but I know it's the same machine. But no, now I have a new favorite clipper. I legit have a new favorite clipper. Does it perform as well as the 86? Honestly, it doesn't. But that's not what makes it my favorite.
Gotcha.
Like, the 86 will actually go through bulk hair. The ones that I just said, hey, these are my new favorites, don't cut bulk hair. But when you're just fading with them, oh my God, it's just like, I love it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I got a pair of the sucker SK 755s, and like I said, like you just said, they're not the strongest, but for like cleanup work, these are my go-tos. And I'll drop a video on that as well.
It's definitely, I got to do the same. I'm gonna go more in depth with why it's my favorite and stuff like that.
I got an excuse for why I'm not making videos right now, but you got to get on it. You got to get on it.
Yeah. I hear you. Let's get to another question. Do you have mod kits for? Okay, so Matthew asks, do you have a mod kit for the Suker SK 755s?
No, I don't. And that was a question that people was giving me. So this is the thing. This is the trend I actually caught on to. So my original mod that I was trying to put the blade on was actually for the Renfos. So whenever I succeeded at that mod, I did make an observation that, by them being Wahl copycats, then, let me go ahead and try to see if they could work for Wahls. So once I cracked that code, I said, okay, how many other copycats are there? So I wasn't really, looking for that in the beginning, but, I did discover later on, okay, well, I have a huge market because, how many copycat versions of Wahl have we witnessed throughout the years?
Yeah.
So I really tracked down all those trimmers and, try to develop a kit. And I wasn't able to for all of them, but and there was actually some that I discontinued, but I mean the possibilities are endless because there is always going to be another brand coming out. Maybe next month. So whenever they market that, what they're really doing is marketing their clipper. And like I said, I have the bridge piece for it.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm glad you patented it because there's gonna be people out
yes.
there trying to
Oh yes,
snatch your
big time.
idea.
I was so paranoid, Carlos. I was so paranoid because I try to keep it hidden until I got all that squared away, and people was really trying to rush me into production, and I had to keep stalling and keep stalling,
No, you
but
did it right.
yeah,
You
yeah,
definitely
but
did it right because you don't
yeah.
want to. That's something you don't want to rush.
And then not just that, because I do have a partner, and he's put in just as much work as I have, and for me, if I was to take that loss, I could live with it, but you know, for him to take that type of loss, that's something I can't live with, because he really like took an investment in me, and we developed the strangest relationship. We didn't even know each other, what I'm saying? And, it's like, that's like my brother, so shout out to Darren Cook, by the way. Hopefully he watching this video. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always somebody there that definitely helps put you guys to the edge, and
yeah.
it's a good thing. Let's get to some more of the questions. Says Kemei 1984 Pro Gun Strong. You should try the Gold FX. Oh, we definitely have those. What is everybody rocking these days? No. Here's one from Red. Nelo's one of the realest and most innovative barbers out there, showing love for from UK. All right, that's cool, man. That's the stuff that we definitely
I'm just
appreciate when we hear
I'm
stuff
just a
like that.
regular Joe, but I'm just a
Yeah,
regular Joe. But I appreciate it. I
yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah. Much love, UK.
Um, Wall peanuts. They fit in the palm of your hands. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I didn't realize I was gonna get such a crazy response from people when I showed that little clipper off. So yeah, I'll see. It's definitely okay. So I'm gonna give you a little insight of why I didn't. I had actually had that clipper for about a year.
Okay.
I ordered it like a year ago, and I was waiting because what I started to notice was like the Kemei 1986. They weren't on Amazon. None of these clippers were on Amazon. It was like there were certain wireless ones that they had, but most of the clippers that we all love today, they weren't on Amazon. So
Yeah.
my thought was like, I'm waiting for some of these clippers to get on Amazon so that it makes it worth me making a video, because I have an Amazon affiliate link. So
Yeah.
when you know how it is, bro. You spend your
Yeah.
money and then you
Yeah.
make a video, but there's like you need something that keeps you going, and if you don't have a little bit of income coming in from that video, it's hard to like then justify even making a video. So
Yeah.
especially when people are like, "Hey, can you get this clipper? Can you get?" Well, dude,
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
infinite funds just to keep buying
Yeah.
this $40, $50,
Yeah.
$60.
They
Yo,
don't
that
real
junk gets
they don't
expensive.
yeah, they don't realize like none of these clippers are coming our way for free. Like, hey, because our platforms aren't that big yet. I mean, eventually we'll both get there.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, but I definitely understand the position you're talking about.
Yeah, so I had this clipper and I was kind of waiting, and honestly, it was today when I kind of seen how many people were hitting me up on DMs asking me about this machine, that I realized, like, you know what I noticed did happen is that when I made and I don't see, I don't like to make it seem like it was me or nothing, but when I put out the 86 video and it took off, and then other people started looking into that machine, all of a sudden Amazon started listing it. All of a sudden it came on Amazon. I remember the day that I seen them on Amazon. I was blown. I was like, yes, so I can now, I don't have to wait a month to get these
Yeah,
clippers.
yeah,
I wanted to order another one right away, and I couldn't because I was like thinking like, damn, I gotta order this machine. I gotta wait a month and a half. Like, I want my
I mean
machine now.
yeah. I mean that's how I go, because by being an influencer, and not just you but other influencers out there. Once people are giving content on their product, of course it's like, okay, now people know, now we can make that jump and reach out to Amazon. But that's and it's gonna always be like that.
Yeah, yeah. And you know,
Always.
sometimes you just overlook that, and that's what happened with me. And that's
Yeah,
why, like, I realized like I shouldn't have waited a year to use that machine. You know,
yeah,
I never did an unboxing or nothing. I just took it out of the box the other day, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna use this machine. I'm not waiting around no more. And then it
yeah.
was like, and it just didn't register. Like, yo, you're the reason why it's not there because you haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. You haven't given it a reason to be get up there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how's something that no one knows about supposed to get to a place that you want if no one knows about it? And I was like, yo, I'm such an idiot. I need to hurry up and get on this. So I'm gonna do a video on it. Definitely, there's definitely not gonna be no unboxing. And I get sometimes I get flack for that. Like, why is it just you just do an unboxing? The reason I do it, one, is content. Two, I'm letting y'all see what I'm working with, what's coming up in the pipeline. So sometimes y'all see the unboxing, y'all don't realize I've already been using it for like a month.
So yeah. So okay. Well, with that being said, before I get off the this chat, I do want to make a challenge to you though.
Okay.
I want you to put this kit together with no hiccups. You said you could do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna,
easily.
I'm gonna send you one, and I want that video to be authentic all
Oh,
the way.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's facts. I can easily do that. You know,
All right.
like especially where I'm at right now, I make the time. You know what I'm saying? Like before, I was just busy doing a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, just stuff that was going on in my personal life that I had to take care of. That now I don't have to take care of those things anymore. Like my life is starting to be on a constant one-way direction where I'm able to focus on certain things and put those things priority and stuff like that. So that's why, you know, I've been trying to put a little bit more effort into dropping new videos, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm in the right headspace. I have the, you know what I'm saying, I have the I have, trust me, I have video plans and all that stuff. Now it's like, you're going to see. That's why this video, I think, is an important video, not just for us being able to connect, but for like our audience to know where we're at and what things are coming, because yeah, I'm putting more effort into the channel again. So I hope people understand that. I'm sorry I was like
Yeah,
so up and
get back on
down.
that horse, man. You definitely have something with your channel. Get back on that horse, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I definitely appreciate that. I'm going, guys. I'm going. So yeah, let me see what else we got question wise.
Yeah, I think I got time for at least one more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. Does the Kemei 1949 hit at all out of the box? Hell no. That machine does not hit nowhere out of the box. That machine is
Don't
not
talk
made
about
for
my
that.
babies. Don't
Yeah.
talk about my
But you know
babies.
they don't hit out of the box.
But this okay, what I will say is this is the trimmer that really like, gave me the send me over the moon because when I did that my video on this trimmer, because
Yeah.
people own this trimmer already, just look at it. I mean, you're gonna
That's
buy it
why I bought it. Because
just
I was
because the
like,
look.
yo, this thing looks great.
And I brought it. So when I did that the motivation for me was just how beautiful this trimmer was.
Yes.
And when I created that cam follower, I mean, it just blew up. That video blew up, and everybody, like, man, that's when people really started saying, man, how you even think of that? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really think it was anything because, like I said, if you follow me in my life, you know that I've done a lot of weird things with, bikes, kayaks. That's my hobby. So, with clippers, this is a small machine, but yeah, man. But now, with that cam follower, like this is like, this is a big hitter now. It's actually Clipper Grinder actually has this on his website, and for those of you who know anything about sharp blades or anything like that, Clipper Grinder has been like one of the pioneers in the blade game for a while, and for me and him to collaborate and do that, like that was like big. That was actually my first collaboration when I started ECM.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
big. Again, I agree that that machine definitely caught my eye as soon as I saw
yeah.
it, and I was bummed that it didn't, but it was like I had the same exact thing. Like, man, I wonder if I could
Did you
put a
did you do?
wall.
Did you try to mod?
Yeah, I did a whole video of how that was before. At that time, I don't think I had seen your channel.
Oh, okay,
So
I
I
got
had already thought of the idea, like, I wonder if I put a wall, like a detailed
you.
blade on this. And then I was like, oh my god, you can easily make the little I was like, this will work. And then I came across, I'm like, oh snap, somebody already made. I was like, perfect. I might have said something in that video too, like, yo, somebody already did this video. Go check them out.
Yeah,
And that's the
yeah,
thing. Like, other than the way they come, no, they don't come. The blade it comes with is terrible.
yeah,
But if you do that little simple,
yeah. But I mean, it's a good thing for me that they have terrible blades, you know.
yeah, it's true.
I mean,
It's
I
true.
love I love when trimmers have terrible blades, you know. I love it. It's a good thing, you know.
Yeah, no, I
Don't
agree.
fix it. Yeah, I got it. You know, don't do it. You know, I got it.
Just go to him. Go check out his stuff because obviously
Uh,
it's definitely worth it.
yeah, most definitely.
Um, yeah, I mean that is that's a real cool thing about this. And I definitely think that we'll try to do this more.
Oh yeah, most
Um,
definitely. Most
because
definitely.
I think that our channels are unique in that aspect of it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think a lot of people are gonna learn a lot of stuff. So we'll try to work something out where we can have it, one on your channel. And I'm gonna show you how to use some of this stuff so you won't
Please
feel
do.
like you can't.
Please do. Because you
Yeah.
know, I just learned how to press record on the cameras like a year ago.
No.
So
Nah. A lot of this stuff is not that hard. It just takes time
yeah.
to look. I remember being in that
it,
place where it was like,
it's
damn, how do
not
you
it's
even?
not that hard to you. It's not that
No, I
hard.
know, and I
Yeah,
forget that. Like
yeah,
I've been doing it for like
yeah,
8 years, 9 years, so it's not that hard because I put in all that time and I forget.
yeah.
But we're gonna behind the scenes. We'll talk and we'll
Most
get you
definitely.
situated.
I appreciate you inviting me to your channel, man. I appreciate you, allow me to use your platform to, promote my business. I don't really want to call it a business because I really feel like it's an option. That's why I feel like it's an option for people who want to go a different route. That's kind of
I
what this
listen. A
is.
lot of people want that route because
Yeah,
honestly, like you're saving a lot of money
yeah,
and you're making some of these clippers that look really dope. Because a lot of these like off-brand clippers look really dope. They just
yeah.
need a little help. That's
Just
it.
need a little love, just a little TLC,
That's it.
just a
That's
little
it. So
ECM.
I'm
So
glad
just
you're putting the time and effort into it. I
yeah,
tell people like, hey, look, I could do mods all day long, but that's not what this channel is about. You know, what I'm saying
yeah.
go check out my man Nelo.
I,
He'll put you on the game on that side.
I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
and you're a hell of a barber, man. You put out really good stuff. Guys, I'm gonna leave his information
Likewise.
in the description of this video. So if you don't know already, you'll have a link to it. Make sure you go in the description. Make sure you check him out on on YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel. Check him out on IG and hit his DM up like crazy. Ask him as much questions as you can. We'll try
Yeah.
to influence some of
Just don't
these new
just don't send me your
clippers.
clippers. Don't
Yeah.
send me.
No more clippers. But
No,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I think on that we're gonna end it. I appreciate. I'm sorry that it took so long. We were kind of
It's
like,
it's cool, man.
yeah, we
It's
were,
been chaos for both of us, so I understand. I get it.
yeah. So, but again, I'm glad that we had the chance to do this, guys. Like I said, go subscribe to his channel. Go check him out. Links will be in the description. I already put his channel on the chat box there. So go give him some love. Give him some. Just give him the attention that he needs, man. His channel definitely needs more attention because he's doing some things that a lot of people are benefiting from, and that's the only way you're gonna keep seeing innovation is if you support it. So hopefully you
Appreciate
guys do that. And again, if this is the first time coming to this video, so
that.
go subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you in the next video, guys.
Much love.